Hi everyone, welcome back to Procrasti-knitter podcast, Procrasti-knitter knitting channel. So happy to be sitting here with you guys. Happy New Year. So if you're new here or if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Jane and this is my knitting podcast channel. I've been absent for quite some time. There's just been a lot of life changes, so less time to knit, less time to edit. I'm in my second year of my master's program, so things are just a lot, but I have been thinking about knitting over the past few months, so I'm happy that today I finally have some time to sit down and give you some updates on what I've been up to since we last talked, which I think I released a video like 4 months ago, but the content of that video was like closer to like 6 months ago. So I do have things to share with you and update you on, but honestly it's not as crazy as I'd like to think that I could have gotten done in 6 months time, but that's okay. I'm hoping to get my knitting mojo back. Say that every video, but I don't know. I do feel like I'm very happy with the projects that I have completed, so that's something to be celebratory of course. Okay, so as usual, we are going to talk about finished objects, whips, acquisitions, and then in the end we'll talk about what I have, some life updates if you're interested in that kind of thing. So yeah, today I'm drinking a chai latte in my Arches National Park mug. Yeah, I'll tell you more in the update section, but we visited the park. I did a cross-country road trip this summer, and this is one of the parks we visited, so that was all in good fun. So yeah. Okay, so finished objects. You will be glad to know that I did finish my Ingrid sweater, and I've gotten so many wears out of it. I feel like I wear it at least once a week. If you don't know, I'm in an education program, master's program. I work at a high school 2 days out of the week. So I freaking love this thing. I feel like it's so nice to throw on for work or for school, and it's so cozy, especially now in the winter. And this I haven't washed since I washed and blocked it for the first time, so I do feel that the fit has loosened up a lot because I'm just like taking on, taking off, like the stretch of it. But overall I'm really happy with how everything blocked out. I think last time we talked, I don't think this was like officially finished yet, but it is now. Let me try to stand up. Yeah, and I have some vertical footage of me wearing this as well, so I will insert that. But I am so happy with what this looks like. I would definitely knit it again. I talked about the sleeves in my last video, but I mean, yeah, especially now that they're blocked out, like this one, this is my better sleeve for sure, but like you really, I mean, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Even the one that's like, or is this my better one? I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're both good, right? They're both fine. So yeah, I'm so happy with this. I'm so happy with the yarn. It's just the yarn I got at Michael's. It is 100% wool. I forget exactly what brand and what yarn this is. I think Patons, but oh yeah, Patons classic wool. But yeah, I'm just really happy with what it looks like and how it knits up and how it blocks out. And I love this color as well. I love the fit of this. I just feel so comfy, cozy, and cool wearing this sweater that I made with my own 2 hands. So that is really, really, really exciting. I highly recommend it. Like, okay, this was a fun-ish knit to knit up, but just the finished product, it's definitely one of my most favorite sweaters that I've made. So that's all I have for my Ingrid sweater. My next finished object, ta-da! I was pretty close to finishing last time we talked too, but it's my Ranunculus. It blocked out way bigger than I wanted originally, but that's okay. That's a-okay. I still like the fit of it, but I honestly liked like the tighter fit that I had before I blocked it. I'm not happy with my bangs today, guys. Put it on for you. This used up less than 100 skeins of 100 grams of fingering weight yarn. So that is a super happy situation. Another pattern I highly recommend, and I would knit again. I actually think about re-knitting this all the time because I love it. I made mine a little cropped. I tend to wear it with skirts or dresses, but yeah, it is super nice. Yeah, before it was blocked, it had it kind of had zero ease, maybe even negative ease, but even still, I love. And I think I would make a long sleeve version. I had enough yarn to make this a long sleeve version, but I'm glad I did it because I just don't tend to knit short sleeves, so I'm glad this is kind of showing me that like it could work. But yeah, I think the short sleeves were even shorter before I blocked it. I like that look as well, but I mean, this is not a bad look. Yeah, so that is my second finished object. Very happy with this, and it's just like so light. It's a malabrigo sock yarn, so yeah, really happy with that. And then next, oh okay, actually I'm looking at the next thing I was going to tell you about, and it made me think maybe this has been washed twice, but it hasn't been washed in a long time. Yeah, I think this has been washed twice, but not in a long time, not in a while, so it's a little bit more stretched out than I would like it to be, but it's still good, nice, and comfy cozy. But yes, the next thing I want to talk about is a sweater. My very first sweater that I ever knit with yarn that William got me. I felted it, guys. This was one of my favorite sweaters because it was so nice, chunky, oversized, and it was my first sweater. So it was very sentimental as well. Unfortunately, when I washed, I did like a seasonal wash of my sweaters, like before I started wearing them. Just because I had yeah, as you notice, I'm in a new backdrop. I moved, so I just yeah, wanted them to be clean before I wore them this season, and I washed a lot of them. So I was feeling a little bit lazy, and I was like, why don't I just throw them in the dryer on the delicate cycle, or like low heat, no heat, whatever setting, to just like speed up their drying. And that worked for every single one of my sweaters that I had because they were super wash, except for this one. It's not super wash, but I forgot about that. So yeah, it totally felted. It shrunk a lot more than this. This is me like trying to stretch it out already, but I think I'm just gonna felt it all the way and make some functional stuff out of it. I mean, this is a lot of yarn, so I could make a lot of coasters or a lot of like placemats, trivets. I could even turn these into like super like cozy mittens if I wanted to, maybe. So there are a lot of possibilities. This yarn is not gonna go to waste, but the sweater felting is a really sad situation. That's my next object, my next finished object in the saddest sense of the word. But more happy news. Some other finished objects I have are these pumpkins. So for Halloween, I was like, I want to decorate because yeah, like I said, I moved to a new place, and I think I might have mentioned, but William moved out here to be with me, so hooray. But yeah, so now we get to live together, and it's been really, really nice. And this is like our first like place together. Like we had like lived in the same like apartment with a handful of other people like in college, or we had like shared a hall before, but those still felt like really temporary spaces because they were dorms. So this is like our first like official space together. So I was really excited to decorate for the season. Yeah, because last year I lived with roommates and like we decorated a little bit, but it still felt like I knew that like eventually we would part ways, and I don't really know. I just didn't make the house feel like a home last year, but this year I really wanted to. So I knit up a little pumpkin. I actually made 2 of these, but one is at my high school because I brought it as decor there as well. But it's so freaking cute. I love it so much. This yarn I got at a local yarn store in Alameda. It's a newer store. I have everything here. Coven of Stitches. So I got actually got both yarns there. The orange and the green. The orange is like hand dyed, but I don't remember the dyer. So sorry. This was like months ago. But I do have the green here. This is universal yarn. 75% superwash merino, 25 nylon. So yeah, just a little ball sock yarn we love. So yeah, I'm kind of like, I think I want to go into my like solids tonal era, but alas. So yes, I made 2 of these, and then William wanted to get into the action, so he made
everybody only on my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I knit as well. I actually have been knitting longer than Jane, and I got her first crochet kit and got her into the hobby so she could knit with me.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
October, I made this pumpkin. It's big and you can hug it. If I were to make it again, I would make it taller because it's not very holdable. It's kind of a short and stout pumpkin. It's basically just like 2 beanies like this, like you increase and then decrease, and then you take the cord and you go whoosh, and you stab it through and it pulls into these sections. But if I did it again, I would make it like a longer middle part, so it's like more round. And then I had a tiny bit left over, so a little baby pumpkin.
Oh, so good.
But Jane's pumpkins are way better.
No,
She used a small sock yarn.
they're just different. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for coming to the channel.
You guys should follow our other channel.
Yes.
Where we make aquariums and terrariums and float tanks and stuff. Or follow us on Instagram. Has Jane's showing you guys her newest hobby? Let me go grab. Jane's newest hobby, guys. Painting little miniatures. Warhammer, if you can believe it. We have a little Instagram.
Wait, show one of yours too. Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at William and Jane, where we're documenting the journey. But I'm actually thinking about putting some knitting stuff on there too, just because.
I think that'd be fine. I don't think anyone would mind. I made this little wrap.
It looks so good.
My friend got me this wrap for Christmas, and I got Jane her little, it's called Blood Bowl, her little Blood Bowl player for Christmas. Did she make this? What? She's so talented.
Right. Yeah, so these are William's pumpkins. Hooray. But as you know, it's not Halloween anymore, so we have just retired them. And I didn't make anything for Christmas. But hopefully next year I will. I was thinking of making gnomes, but that never happened. So, oh well. Okay, my next finished object, I know I have a lot. I guess I do have a lot. Are these fingerless mitts. I made these originally for my sister for Christmas because why? Oh, because I saw on her Depop that she saved these fingerless mitts by Feels Good, and they were knitted, and I was like, oh, I definitely can knit that myself. So I went on an adventure to find yarn to do so. However, I wanted to go to the local yarn shop to get it, but they closed at like 3 p.m. and I didn't realize that, and that was like the only day I could have gone before I had to fly somewhere. So I ended up just going to Michael's to pick up this yarn, and that I did. So I tried it. It's not the same like colors. It's similar. It's not the same colors as the one she saved, and the weight of it is just way more than the one she saved. So what I ended up doing, because like as I finished one, I was like, I don't know, it doesn't really look like the inspo as much, because in the inspo it was like this much of the glove made up what I did like here, you know. So I was like, I don't know if she'll like it, so I just knit one and I gave it to her for Christmas, and I said, you know, if you like it, then I'll make you the other one. If you don't like it, then it's fine. I really did not spend that much time on this. Like I was able to complete it in one cross-country plane ride, and I wasn't working on it constantly. So they were really quick knits, but yeah, she was like, no, I like like make me the other one. So I did. I was almost done with the second one, and then she was like, well, I thought about it, and you know what, I don't love it, so could you make me another pair? And then she showed me another reference photo, and I was like, sure. Because my mom, when I was making these for my sister, my mom was like, oh, I like them, can I have a pair? So I guess it works out, because these will go to my mom, and then I'll make my sister her own. So lucky her. I will take a quick detour to show you a half-finished object, and then I will show you the ones I'm making for her now. So my half-finished object, like a couple days ago. These are my Halloween socks. And I only have one done. My goal was to make a pair of Halloween socks for myself and for William. Something, I don't know why, but the sock mojo has just not been with me recently. I wear all my socks like almost every day, especially when I'm in school, but I don't know, this was just took me so long to do, and I thought the stripes would make things go faster, keep things interesting, but I'm sad to admit it, but I don't know how much I love sock knitting anymore. Don't know. Yeah, my passion for sock knitting has definitely decreased. But yeah, these are my half-finished objects, my Halloween socks. I will finish, and I think probably immediately after I'll work on William's Halloween socks and just give them to him next year, because I think that's how long it'll take me to get it done. So yeah, Halloween socks, hooray. Okay, so now we will go into works in progress. My works in progress, I'm currently working on Joy's fingerless mitts. So she showed me a reference photo from Ida's World. Is that how you say her name? And I only saw it for like a second, but I think I understood. I'm not sure. So Joy wants it to be like this short, so not too long down the cuff. This short. So I'm about to split for the thumb, but she doesn't want it to go on her thumb. She just wants like a hole. And she just wants it to go like up to her knuckle. So honestly, we might be close to done. I like it as well. I think it's this yarn is really nice, really lovely to work with. So this is fingering weight yarn. I cast it on 36 stitches, so not very many at all. And this is what it's looking like. So yeah, I might make a pair for myself because I do like them, and they're pretty quick to knit. So that is that, which is a good transition into acquisitions, because this is my latest acquisition. I got it for $4. So this is Red Heart, which I'm like, why doesn't Red Heart produce wool anymore? Because yeah, this is 100% wool. This is the label. Yeah, I got it for $4. It's in the color Light Natural. Got it for $4 at a local yarn shop, but it is unlike any local yarn stores I've been to. I think she's been in business for over 50 years. It's this really nice old Asian lady, Mickey, and her yarn store is in, I think it's Huntington Beach, California. And it feels like something like out of a book. Like it feels like something out of Harry Potter. It was just very like cluttered, not in a bad way. Yeah, it was very like mix and match, like very like a little bit chaotic, but yeah, I mean, it's clear that she loves yarn and that she like likes collecting, and some of the stuff is like really old because she's been in business for so long. But yeah, it was cool to look around for sure. So I definitely recommend, and her prices are pretty reasonable too. And it just was nice to support a small business. Yeah, I've never been to a yarn store like that. So it's called California Yarn Sales, something like that. I don't know, but it's good. I recommend. So yeah, I got a ball of this, and then I definitely, I mean, now looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have enough for two, but I guess I just wasn't sure. So I picked up another skein from her, and this is Bear brand nylon and wool, so 60% nylon, 40% wool. And it's just a little bit darker. This one's like more pink, and this one's like more tan, like brownish. But yeah, both really nice colors. So yeah, I think I'll have enough to make it out of this color. So I will go ahead and do that. And now these are going to be Joy's, my sister's birthday present. So, all right. Okay, so my only acquisitions in California, I guess, are those like Michael's brand yarn, and or not in California, but in the Bay Area, like since last we talked, whatever. But those like just Michael's store, Michael's yarn kind of vibe. But at the Coven of Stitches yarn shop in Alameda, I picked up the 2 yarns for this, as well as this purple yarn that I caked up with the intention of making something out of it. But yeah, I don't know what will happen. Should I make a pair that's these 2 colors? I don't really know, but that's an acquisition. I do like the color a lot. I don't imagine they're anything but socks for me. I don't think I'd like to wear this color like as a big color on my body, but I do think it's really nice. I believe it's a malabrigo yarn, that one. So next acquisition, the next ones I have are all gifts. So let me see, what should I start with? Okay, I think I'll start with this. Really pretty. William's mom got this for me when she was in Scotland. This is from Untangled Yarns, dyed in the Scottish borders. It's a superwash yarn, 50% Blueface Leicester and 50% Corriedale. Never knit with either of those 2 breeds before, I don't think. But this is really pretty, very autumnal, I feel like. So yeah, we'll see how it knits up. Not sure what it could be besides socks, but we'll have to see. I mean, it's pretty just on its own, so might just be decor for the time being. The next gift I got was from William's brother at his local yarn shop. He lives in the Seattle area. This is by Yarn Dragon is the dyer, and it's silk paca. Why is that so hard to say? But yeah, it's 70% alpaca, baby alpaca, 30% silk, worsted weight yarn. So here it is, really pretty. I'm not sure what I make with this again, probably a hat. It's really soft, like crazy soft. Really pretty. Let me know if you have a suggestion. And then, similar in color schemes, William's mom got this for me for Christmas. She got these at a local yarn shop in Virginia Beach, and she said it was a really nice local yarn shop. Don't know what it's called, but can't imagine there are too many in the area. I don't really know. But specifically, these are from the dyer Sheep Graffiti. This one is called Leaves in My Latte. Is that what it says? Leaves in My Latte? Really pretty. Really excited to make something out of this. Perfect. So that is all the acquisitions and projects and things I have to share with you today. Let me know what you are working on, crafting on down in the comments. And thanks for sticking around. Now I'll do a little bit of life update, and maybe I'll talk about my yarn corner that I've like cultivated. So right now I'm in our like second bedroom, which we use as like an office hobby room kind of situation. Yeah, we love it. Behind me, comment down below, by the way, if you want like a more in-depth tour of the yarn corner, yarn room situation. But this shelf I got secondhand last year, like on Facebook Marketplace or something, but it's just the Target like cube storage, and I have like all my yarns, and my sweaters live here, all my yarns live here, all my tools live here. And then in this section I have like my yarn books as well, and then like of course my yarn socks. But yeah, if you want a more in-depth tour of the space, let me know. I'm happy to film that and upload that for you. But yeah, and then what else can I tell you about? As William said, we started getting into miniature painting like a month or two ago, basically. And this is like my most recent finished object. He's so cute. But yeah, so that's what we've been doing. Still League of Legends, but less now that we started painting. What else? I try to read, but it's not very successful. TV that we watch. We've been watching YouTube mainly. Painting videos mainly. I did watch Love is Blind when it came out in the fall, of course. William watched with me too. And TV shows, we were watching Halo. Oh, we watched Arcane season 2. It's really good. Highly recommend. But yeah, we watched Halo, but we had to stop because of the election. William was feeling a bit like overwhelmed by the parallels. So yeah, no, that's fair. But yeah, so that, I don't know. Psych, we always watch Psych. Movies that we've seen, I feel like we watched a movie in theater recently, but I can't even remember what it was. But yeah, we've just been chilling. William has gotten a handful of commissions recently for like bioactive like animal habitats, vivariums. So we just completed, like, and I help a little bit, but yeah, we just completed a really big one. I'll insert some footage below, but you can follow his YouTube channel where he kind of like documents our stuff. We got into saltwater tanks. So we have we set up a small saltwater tank in our living room. It's really nice and pretty. And yeah. And we have, like, we made a tank for our betta fish. We made a tank for our frogs and geckos. So yeah, there's a lot of crafting going on. And then of course I have school. So yeah, just a lot of things we like to do and that we do, and not a lot of time for us to work on other stuff, or for me specifically on knitting. But I really do want to get into it. I want to have a sweater project again, but right now I think I'll just finish these and then kind of see where I'm at now. But I think I started to say this earlier, but with the Ingrid sweater, it really made me like think like, yeah, I definitely could buy patons wool and knit from that. Is way more affordable than something else, and I kind of liked how chunky it was, and even though it took me a long time, if I like actually concentrated on it, like if I like add up all the hours I worked on it, it didn't actually really take me that long. I just took a lot of breaks from it. So yeah, I'm thinking about something like that too. And yeah, that's my thoughts so far in terms of all of that. Yeah, the miniature stuff, you can follow us on Instagram at William and Jane, and we make some reels satisfying. Even if you're not in the hobby, I think it's fun to watch people paint. So I recommend. But yeah, I got a sewing machine. Oh, we worked on a couple cosplays in the fall, right before Arcane came out around Halloween. So that was something we worked on as well. Yeah, Willie and I worked on a couple cosplays. It was pretty fun. And on the sewing machines, I made some bookmarks. I don't have any as examples, but I made some bookmarks for people as gifts. And yeah, overall, life's been good. I have a really long break from school for winter. I have 5 weeks off, so I have about a week left of that. So I'm trying to relax and chill and hang out. I got to see family, which was really nice over the holidays. So yeah, overall, good start to the year. Let me know how you're doing, what you're knitting on. If you have any goals for the new year. I think for me, it's a bit too overwhelming, like unrealistic to think of goals for the new year, so I won't. But I do want to keep knitting and knitting through my stash and making at least 1 or 2 sweaters this year. I think that's as far as I can go for goals. But thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know what you've been knitting, making, crafting, and how the new year is treating you so far. If you like the video, it would be great if you could like it and subscribe if you want to hang out and stay. Yeah, that's all I have. All right, bye.